guys, welcome to Haste Nintendo 34. We're going to go and talk about the Nintendo Switch 2. You say back in the day, when I was a wee lad and the Nintendo Wii came out, I was like, holy crap, I'm a 1-year-old. And I love this system called the Nintendo Wii. Isn't it wonderful? And I went to the store and my mom and my grandma were there. We bought the Wii. I was like, Wii Sports! Mario Tennis! I never played Mario Tennis. That's a lie. I played Wii Sports. And I was so happy. I got it for free with the Wii. The Wii, and when I was a child, I had no idea about anything. So I was happy. And then the Wii U came along, and I was like, I love this system too. I love Pikmin 3. And then the Switch came out, and I was like, oh, I like this less. I like it less. Nintendo? More like bum. But don't. And I was like, what the heck has happened with the Switch 2? And I saw the Switch 2, and you know what I saw? I saw what happened, and it was in big bold letters, Nintendo made a console for $450, and I was like, whoa, $450? And what happened next was awesome. Nintendo decided, hey, let's go, and we're gonna go get Nintendo. We're gonna make Nintendo Switch Online everything. Let's put our games on there. No more Virtual Console. Heck, Virtual Console. We don't need this. We never needed Virtual Console. We needed Nintendo Switch 2 Online. We needed everything to be just a bunch of like $60 games, but no, let's make it $80, $70. Let's price gouge them out of the commitment. Even 60 was pushing it. And let's get rid of Nintendo Select. So let's just get rid of that. Let's get rid of everything, man. And let's get our lives in order. We need the Switch 2. We need Mario Theme Park, Mario Bud Scratcher, Mario everything. Make those people happy. Make everyone happy. And then everyone's like, oh, but we can't afford Mario. And they're like, fuck you. We hate you. Buy our product. And then we're like, no, Nintendo, why did you do this? And I was like, and then what happened is that they would like price gouging us out of the market, and I can't buy Nintendo anymore. Nintendo betrayed us. Wow! And I was like looking at the Nintendo power, and I was like, Nintendo Switch has a basketball game in a wheelchair, and then I looked on the reviews online, and they're like, this game's dog ass. This game has nothing to it. You throw basketballs in the basketball hoop with your Nintendo Switch Online controllers. And GameCube Online, more like 4 game online. We have so many games. And then we're gonna get Nintendo Music. Nintendo Music is what we need. We need Nintendo Music. Nintendo Music. And what is on Nintendo Music? You got it. Street Pass. And then I started wondering, what happened to Street Pass? It's gone. It's gone, everyone. No more Street Pass. No more Face Raiders. No more AR games. No more nothing. You get nothing. Nothing is ever good. Nothing's ever good. And you see this book, you see a book, and you look in a book, and it says, Nintendo? No! No, it can't be! Nintendo? What did they do? I'll tell you what they did. They looked in you in the eyes and they say, we're making the Virtual Boy again. The what? The Virtual Boy? I thought that console failed. No. Now you have to put the Switch or Switch 2 in it. You can't buy a Virtual Boy. In fact, That's the only way you're allowed to play it. You have to buy the Virtual Boy again, and then you have to put your Switch 2 in it, and then you get the Virtual Boy, and then the Virtual Boy's all your friends. All your friends are the Virtual Boy. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, hey man, do you think the Virtual Boy might be coming back? And then they reveal it's $100. $100 for the Virtual Boy. But you can get this cardboard accessory that you have to put your face up to with a red and black screen. And I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. What else you got? And we're like, we made an alarm clock that does stuff as you move. So so it has an alarm clock that when you move, it sounds like a war zone's going on. Mario, what are you doing here? What, are those Koopa Troopas? What the fuck is happening? I don't know, man. And then I'm like, why? Why is this always happening to me? And then I look back at the pamphlet, and I'm like, none of these games are on sale, and I can't even look at it. None of these games are on sale. I can't even afford a pencil sharpener. Mario's pencil sharpener has gone up to $60. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, God, no! Why would you make Mario pencil sharpener $26,000? And I'm like, why? And then I was looking at Beavers, and it's like, no, Beavers is dead! Everything you love is dead! Just like all the Nintendo consoles. What? I can't go on the Nintendo 3DS eShop? No! Wii U eShop? No! Wii eShop? No, that's called the Wii Shop, and it's also dead. It's been dead since 2018. Everything you love is dead. And you can't buy our games. No, you're not allowed to buy our games. You haven't been allowed to buy our games since you were a wee lad. So if you want to buy our games, make sure to go third-party sellers. Oh, and also if you pirate our games, we'll kill you. We'll kill you. We'll stab you. We're gonna hung you in the streets if you pirate our games. But it's me, Nintendo. I love your games. I love your games, Nintendo. Oh, why don't you go and love something else? Heck you. Get away from us, peasant. Actually, no, buy our games. Look how tantalizing they are. Whoa, whoa. And then I'm like, Nintendo, why? And then who else but Nintendo could ever understand anything? And they're like, we're gonna put 5 milligrams of sugar in every new Mario game. And I'm like, no, I was on a diet. I wanted to be like, I love Nintendo, but they got rid of Street Pass and AR and that weird little blue light that lighted up every time the freaking 3DS got any notifications on the internet. And they were like, we don't have any apps. We are all video games. And then they released Tung Tung Escape from the Schoolhouse. And I'm like, no! Why? What is this Switch eShop? Is that a hentai? Yeah, we're many hentais. In fact, we're cheaper than that bad game. That new Monster Hunter game. That's $60. We are $5 for 20 games. All sorts of porn. Porn is way bigger and cheaper than anything we would ever show you. And I'm like, no, but the Nintendo's supposed to be a family console. And then like, fuck you. Oh, we're porn now. We put the porn game next to the freaking fantasy Tomodachi Life. No more Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life comes back. It's right next to a freaking hentai. It's because that's what the eShop is like now. Everything nearby is like Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life. Why do you forsaken me? Because you're running on decades old hardware. But the hardware works fine for most games. Yeah, but we're too lazy. Hey, Tamagotchi's Life gonna be good, but have you seen that new Pokemon? What? It's gonna run on the Switch? How's that gonna run? Terrible. awful. Like everything you never hoped for and everything you ever wanted. We're gonna make games that are kind of fun, run at 20 FPS, because we're Pokemon. We're the biggest franchise. No more games. No more anything. I'll never buy a Pokemon game. I'll go online and I'll look up Nintendo Discourse. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? It's me, Arlo. And today I got some bad news about the Switch 2. I kind of regret my purchase. I'm Arlo. And he's like, no, Arlo, I thought you liked the Switch. And he's like, everything's bad. And why would Arlo do this? I thought he was the Muppet. I thought he was, he says he's gonna go back and, like, apply to the Muppets again because he's no longer a gamer. Everything I see, it's awful. I can't stop looking at it. I thought Nintendo Selects would come back, but no, they're never coming back. The prices are $60 forever on every single game ever, and I can't afford it. I have to buy a Steam Deck because it's like, oh, you can't do. That's the only way you can get games for $5. You ever been on Steam? Do you see the prices? Do you see how cheap they are? Do you see how cheap the games on Steam are? They're wonderful. And then you go to Switch, and they're like, Tong Tong Sahur. And then why would there be anything else? Because that's the only games. It's like brain rot games on Switch. There's everything on Switch. You're looking at the new game. You're gonna get Chicken Shoot, and it's wonderful. And then it's like, I got reading, and they're like, Nintendo Switch games never go on sale. And I'm like, what? But I thought Nintendo games always went on sale. Yeah, but that was the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U and the Wii. We thought you had it too good. We are rich now. No more poor people. Bye-bye. And then I went to, like, the store, and I saw, oh, is that the Nintendo Switch 2? And then who is there? And they're like, I don't think we'd like, actually...